what's there to talk about? What happened was, for the second time tonight and for too many times in this business, the judges got it wrong. I mean, that wasn't a draw. It should have been George's fight. You know, it wasn't a great fight or anything, but George controlled the action. He pressed the fight. He landed enough right hands to win the fight against the southpaw. And Lopez, at 35 years of age in his 55th fight, almost 18 years in the business, looked like he didn't have the zip, didn't have the real fire. But
what did you score the fight?
Oh, I don't know. I think I have my scorecard around here somewhere.
That's all right. I'm going to edit it. Don't worry. I think you had it 7th.
I had it to 97-93 for George. But, I mean, look, I'm just sick and tired of talking about this. This business, the administration part of this business is just bad. The sport is great. Where else can two men get in the ring and no matter where their background was, no matter who their parents were, where they were born, what they have or haven't had in life, they can even the playing field one night. If they're tough enough, if they're determined enough, if they're prepared enough, they can go in there and they make the world right by performing and by finding a way and by winning. But then you got these either incompetent or corrupt judges, take your choice, on any given night that rip it away from them. Guys standing there, sitting there, they're pompous asses that they are, with their pencils in their hands. Some of them never sweated, never bled in their life, never took a risk in their life, and they're just going to rip a decision away from a fighter. When a fighter goes in the ring, he doesn't always come out of the ring whole. Some of them is left in that ring sometimes, depending at what point of the career, how many fights he's had, and how many punches he's taken. Some of them are never completely the same when they come out of that ring. So the one thing that you have to come out of there is with justice, that you get what you earned, that you get that decision so you can move up in the front of the boxing line and you can get closer to making money and getting out of the business. Not getting forced back into the line where you have to take punches, hundreds of punches, all over again because of some idiotic judge that just doesn't care about the things that you need that person there administrating that part of the sport to care about, to be cognizant about, to be competent about.
Teddy, when's enough? When enough talk? When can we get actual results?
I've been fighting for this for years. I'm not talking about no more. I've been fighting. I've been using my platform, my forum, to fight for this sport and the fighters for years. It's about time someone else does some fighting. Somebody else does something. Let the fans out there go and call up their congressman, call up their assemblyman, call up the commission, and say, hey, listen, I'm sick and tired of these commissions using my tax money to do a horrible job. If they're going to continue doing a horrible job and they're not going to hold these judges accountable, then close the commissions down.
What about Dana White in the UFC? Do you like what Dana White has done with the UFC?
Listen, I like anybody that has structure, that puts policing in place, that holds people accountable. Yeah, I like what he's done. But I like any formal commission, any body, any national, body of action that's in place to hold people accountable, to make sure that rules are administrated properly.
Would you like to see an Olympic-style judging, maybe a European-style judging?
Forget about Olympic-style. The AIBA is the most corrupt organization I've ever seen in my life. I was over in London, and they actually made pro boxing look honest.
Teddy, thanks so much. Before I let you go, I was able to see Mike Tyson's Broadway show. He had a whole 15-minute thing about you and the whole story. I read your book, Atlas. What do you have? Do you have any words to Mike Tyson?
No.
You never got any credit for his career, and I think you deserve some of it because you were part of Cusimato's crew. You don't have anything to say about it at all?
No, thank you.
Okay. Teddy, thanks so much for joining me. All right, buddy. I really appreciate you, man. You're a good man. You really are. Okay, buddy.